Welcome back. Just a quick update on all the rain we've been getting lately. First, I wanted to show you this very old image, probably in the 30s, maybe 40s, of this building on the left-hand side of this image. It was the mica plant. And I also want you to see that there's a dam there. That dam is now where our bridge is, or was, because it got pretty much, well, the bridge didn't get whacked out, though dirt on the other side did, but that's exactly where our bridge is. So I wanted you to see that from an old picture, and also that big rock that's in that picture. This is the rock today. I think over the last however many years, 100 years, it's been beaten up and washed away by all the things that have hit it. So it's a little smaller and a bit pushed downriver, but that's the rock. Just to show you how high the river is, I'd guess it's about 2 feet. I think I say that later on. So in the middle of the screen is where I filled all of the stoning. And it's up probably 2 feet, maybe 1.5 feet. There, right there. So I'll zoom out. But this was all stone that you could walk on in this area along here. So river's high, obviously, but not bad. Because during the storm, let me zoom out, it was way up here. So another 15 feet high, oh, probably 20 feet. Because remember, it was over the top of the bridge by 5 feet. So we have had a lot of rain, but not bad. And you know, it's just another way to wash junk down the river. So we'll see what we're left with. And I don't know if you remember in a previous video, you could see pieces and parts of trailers still here in the river. So maybe that stuff will get washed down. And maybe we'll get some new stuff washed here. You just never know. But yeah, it's high but not terrible. So we'll come back in a couple of days because they're expecting more rain. So we'll see what happens in a couple of days. So nothing happened to the woodshed that we're in the process of building. And the metal roof didn't go anywhere. So I don't think we suffered any side effects or consequences from this storm, thank the Lord. So this little gully is very full and flowing like crazy. But there was a piece of junk right here, and I don't see it, but it could be underwater. But that's the way it works, it flushes things out. We're flipping all of these over. This is the roof sections that'll go on this woodshed. We're flipping them over because we're hoping that in part the rain that will come will wash away some of that dirt. And if not, I'll have to come with a brush to get some of that junk off. I want them to sit flat on the roof. The one thing about having all the stone here and very minimal weeds and foliage growing up is bugs. We don't have as many bugs as we would have normally, which is kind of nice. So the stream that is flowing down the mountain under the bridge or the road is heavy, and it is flowing pretty good. Fortunately, they put a very high bank here to prevent this water from going that way and down into our fire pit area. So this is following the path that it was dug very nicely, except it's gotten very wide. We started out with probably 18 inches. It's a good 4 feet, maybe 5 feet now, wide, side to side. We still are getting a lot of debris that we will need to clean up. Both trees, pieces of milled trees, lumber, and of course all of this junk over here that needs to go. We're hoping we'll get somebody with a big excavator down here to help us with that. That piece right there is a piece of, I believe it's a piece of marble or granite from the tomb maker, memorial maker on the other side of the road. I'm gonna go down there and check it out now. So from up at the top going down, here it really widens. This has got to be 10, 12 feet wide from there to the other side. And this happened because of the winter change. But it looks like there's just a little bit here, and then it goes down to one solid stream. And then it looks over there like there's a dam. I have no idea how that occurred. That's kind of interesting though. Anyway, it's flowing very well. And I showed you the mouth of this earlier. There's the main river. Hopefully these will rinse off a little, because they are pretty dirty. And that's all from the flood, because they were clean as a whistle before the flood. Looking back at this picture from the 40s, 30s, you can see the dark diagonal line. That is the area where they rerouted the water. Now this water from this dam ran this mica plant. So it was actually, they break up the mica and use it for, well, it's used in microchips, I believe, and they used it for borax back then, long before computers, I believe, existed. But I thought this was a pretty interesting picture because it really shows what the land used to look like and what this mill used to look like. Well, I'm glad you stuck around for this video, and we're going to be working on that woodshed roof soon, and I will post that as soon as we make some progress.